In this video, we will cover the run screen operation when using a configuration with DirectCommand L2 and RightSpot on an InCommand Go display. Knowing the location of these tools and settings will allow you to efficiently adjust your sprayer and quickly identify and troubleshoot issues while in the field. We will begin with a RightSpot configuration loaded to the run screen. Before we can begin operation, we need to have a sprayer nozzle active. Tap the nozzle selection button. Here we can select from preloaded list of generic nozzles or create a new nozzle. If a custom nozzle has been created, the default view when entering this screen will only show the custom created nozzles. To view the list of generic nozzles, tap the generic checkbox. For this example, we'll select the 04 red nozzle. Tap the green checkbox. Tap the wrench. The next setting is product density. If density is unknown, it can be calculated by measuring the weight and volume of a sample. Tap the green checkbox. If your sprayer has a PWM rate control valve, you can adjust control valve settings using the Tune PWM Valve button. If the flow meter needs calibration or the calibration needs adjusted, that can be done through the flow meter calibration button. Agitation and spray pressure presets can be assigned here as well. Tap RightSpot. Here we can enable boom loop, if available on the machine, and activate rate shift groups. Rate shift groups can be used to increase or decrease the duty cycle by a percentage on a select nozzle or nozzles. This is commonly used along field boundary edges to address increased weed pressure and behind rear tires to overcome dusty conditions. To define the groups, tap the wrench. Tap the group you'd like to define. Then tap the nozzles you'd like to add to the group. Next, enter the percentage you'd like to shift the duty cycle of the selected nozzles. Repeat for remaining groups if desired. It is not required to define all groups. Tap the green checkbox. Tap the green checkbox again to return to the liquid control options screen. Tap the green checkbox to return to the mapping screen. Also, within the RightSpot tile are the prime, relief, and boom loop buttons. With sprayers using PWM as the rate control valve, tapping the prime button will turn the pump on and adjust to either the user-entered standby pressure or standby duty cycle. That setting can be changed in the configuration setup. The boom pressure relief button can be used to open all nozzle valves to relieve pressure trapped in between the nozzle valves and the boom section valves. The boom loop button will turn the boom loop process on per the previously defined settings. The droplet size being applied based on the current pressure and nozzle is also displayed. In the bar graph, the duty cycle of each nozzle valve will be displayed. Knowing the duty cycle of each valve can help identify potential issues. Tap the Legend tab. Here you can define the legend settings for coverage, rate, and pressure. These edits can be made by selecting the pencil icon. Tap anywhere in the mapping screen to close the Legends tab. Next, we'll need to enter a target rate. Tap the wrench inside of the rate tile. Here we can enter values for rate 1, rate 2, and an increment to adjust those on the mapping screen. Prescriptions can be loaded by tapping the folder icon. Tap the Containers tab. Here we can fill the tank to the capacity defined in the configuration setup, specify the volume in the tank, or empty the tank. Inside of the Adjust Container screen, there may be a Fill Station feature. The fill station will be available if your system is equipped with a fill flow meter, fill station pump switch, and a vehicle interface module. In this example, the fill station is not active. The alarm threshold can be adjusted by tapping the bell icon. You can select it to alarm based on percentage remaining, volume remaining, or turn off the low container alarm. Tap the green checkbox to return to the rate control settings window. Tap the green checkbox to return to the mapping screen. To view the diagnostics for DirectCommand L2 and RightSpot, tap the Diagnostics area, then tap the CAN tab. Tap the DirectCommand L2 module. Here you will find the firmware, serial number, and part number of the module. You can also view all of the sensor readings, power readings, and valve status for the L2 module. Tap the green checkbox. tap RightSpot Hub Nozzle Controller. Here we can view the diagnostics for the RightSpot hub. Tapping the Valve Control Modules tab will show the Connected Valve Control Modules, or VCMs. It will also indicate the number of nozzle valves detected by each VCM with a green dot. Gray dots indicate that a valve wasn't detected, and red dots indicate a nozzle valve fault. Tap the green checkbox to return to the Diagnostics device list. Tap anywhere within the mapping screen to close Diagnostics and return to the mapping screen. Now you will be able to efficiently locate and use the tools and settings on the mapping screen using a DirectCommand L2 and RightSpot configuration on the InCommand Go display. If you'd like to learn more, please follow this QR code to the InCommand Go Operator's Manual. If you'd like to see more short tutorials from Ag Leader, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.